It's time to drive out through Stinging Nettle Valley. Let's go this way. Woo! Whoosh! Alrighty, we're there, or almost there. We're out. Now we can taste the road, at least that whoa. We will start over here. Let's come up here. And we'll just go along and do a walk along, see how the fence is doing. Let's go check it out. I closed the door this time. Okay, let's start here. There's a purposeful opening here. That's a gate, like a rancher's gate. So this looks good. So far this fence is, knock on wood, looks good. Ha, that rhymes. Knock on wood, looks good. Now again, look at how high. See, this bottom wire used to be a foot. And this is all shale from when that big flood happened down below. We had a lot of water. So the fence posts are still stayed intact, which is good to see. Yeah, that's good up to there. And then we're at the breakage point. And then up there is where I just put in that post with all the rocks. So that's good. Let's go walk the other way. We're back at the gate opening, going the other way. Again, we're getting really fortunate right now, but that just means the fortune we have here now is going to come somewhere else in really ugly ways. This looks good. 4 strands, nice and strong. Everything's intact. I know there's troubles up around the corner here from when I weed eated, but this looks good. See, when I weed eat, I don't look at all the fence. I just see it, but I don't. And here's where we have a little bit of a gong show. We have all these vine maples here that have grown way over top when we need to use the chainsaw to cut those back. And the only reason I'm a little hesitant is up here. Got kind of a widowmaker here. See the breakage of that? That's just hanging on there. I'm not going to go anywhere near that, but taking a little bit of a risk cleaning this out here. But I think it's being held by that tree at the moment. But if I was tenting, this would not be a place where you would tent. If you've got a wind, you would die. All right, so I think this is where I'm gonna pull the truck up to. I'll pull it up to here, maybe over there a little bit. And then we'll use the chainsaw, cut back those vine maples. That's the only way to do it. Yeah, and I think I'll just throw them into the bush, the branches. I don't want to have to deal with any brush floating in the back of my truck right now. So I just set up the camera here and I walked back to get the truck. I got it on fast motion, so here I come with the truck, and then just peels right into doing the cleanup with the chainsaw, going along here and cleaning up all the vine maples. Vine maple I really like too, because I don't like it for the fact that it grows over top of the fence like this, but it's a really, really, really strong wood, and I like to use it for axe handles and such. So you'll see here as the video progresses, I do save a number of the actual branches that I cut off and throw them in the back of the truck, because they make good handles, they make good railings. It's just a really neat, strong wood. And there's quite a big butt end to the one. Actually, the reason that the tree was down so low is because when I come to it, it's not here yet. There was probably a 6-inch to 8-inch diameter piece that had broken off, and that for vine maple, that's really big. So let's take a look at what we did here. You saw it on the fast motion there, which is, I wish it was that fast in real life. So we'll take a look here, and then we got the fencing to do, which got hit all by those trees. So here we have what we got going on here, and why I had to clear this is this whole area was just draping right over, like probably 10 feet past the fence line. So we cut it right back. Now we got a nice path here. The fence has been beat up, so we gotta do that next. I threw all the brush there far enough away from the fence so it can just kind of decompose over there. This is what I was worried about. I was working under this. That's broken right there, and it's hung up in that maple, but it's a maple that's hung up in. So I was not too worried about that at this very moment, because maple's relatively strong. Again, I wouldn't want to be under here in a wind or working on here very much longer than I have to. If that was an alder on an alder, I probably wouldn't even have thought about it. But we'll just let that go, and hopefully over time it'll fall and we'll probably hit the fence again. But what can you do? Maybe this vine maple mess here will protect it. And what I've done with the vine maple, I threw most of the branches here, but I do keep some of the sticks. Like, look at all these, because vine maple is kind of like the hickory of British Columbia. It's really, really strong. I can make handles out of the bigger stuff. And this is probably 5-6 inches in diameter, which is really, really big for vine maple. And it had broke. The reason it was leaning on the fence, it had broke right there. That's what was making it go down so low. It does go low to start with. As you can see, it's quite a low tree, but it was really low. So we cut it down and got it up to into tip-top shape. Ship-shop shape. Can't speak. Okay, so now it's time to fix the fence. And I did find, it's interesting, I found this wire in where I put the brambles there. So we got some wire that we can use for the future on just spare wire. Just regular wire for maybe even just for cutting small pieces for the metal posts. Now comes the assessment part of what to do. We're in the corner here, which is fairly good. Because the fence got hit with the branch there, it's definitely all the strands are loose. So the top wire here, I'm thinking of just, there's a break here, undoing this and then pulling it tight that way to strengthen that one up. This one, I'm not too sure. Yeah, well, no, maybe I am sure. I think I'll unloosen it back here behind the corner, and then that I can then tighten the whole thing around there and then reassess from there. The next two are the foolish single strands. And maybe because they're lower, maybe they don't have to go as tight, but I doubt it. So sometimes they don't get hit as hard. Yeah, they are loose still. There, I'll have to play it by ear. I don't know what to do there. But let's get the top done first. So I'm just gonna walk around, get to the other side. So let's get the top strand done first here. I'll take the staples out, untwist it. A bunch of staples in here. 4 staples for one post. Foolish. Must have been a trouble spot at times past. Probably was. It's probably all I'm yelling at myself when I did this last. Okay, that strand is now loose. Can now undo this. It's this darn single strand again. Oh well. You get what you get, you don't get upset. And just gonna let that hang loose for the moment. Tie it to there. I'm gonna go along the fence here and just undo this top wire. Sorry about that. So what I'm gonna have to do after analyzing the top string here is all the way along it's loose. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna take off, pull the staple out a little bit of each one and then pull it, make it tighter along the way, and then come down here and really reef on it to get this together. So that is the plan. I'm gonna have to probably do that 4 times over for each strand. So a little bit of a pain in the patoots, but that's the way she goes. So I'll put it on fast motion. I don't know, this is not gonna be very exciting, but you can just see the back and forthness of this process. Back and forthness. So on fast motion, you can see how I just go back and forth, undoing any staples or any wires that are gonna bind up when I pull it, because you don't want the barbs to get caught on a staple or on a piece of wire. So just go back and forth, checking it over each line. This part's coming to a close. I'm almost done here and we'll get to the pulling of the wires for tensioning. Okay, we have the last part of the fence to do here, just the top string. And then we got her. It's good. So I'm just gonna put the tools here. The trouble is I need to get the other side. This is always awkward. So I'm going to, it's nice and tight now. I'm just gonna go over here, climb through the fence. This is always a hard thing to do. Without ripping your clothes to pieces. People always wonder why my clothes are always ripped. Well, here's why. For Pete's sake, you know. Okay, now we're gonna pull this tight. Get a staple started here. Staple started here. Just give it a little tug first. See where we're at. Yeah, I can get it started on this side of the, on that side of the, so awkward with one hand. Sometimes things in life are tough. Come on. Yeah, you piece of crap. Get out of there. It's frustrating. Need 6 hands to do this sometimes. Oh, for Pete's sake. Just get in there. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it like a bugger now. scrappy little bugger. Now where did that thing go over here so I don't lose a tire? Put another one on this side. I'll get my gloves and we'll tie this back together. Then we've got our 4 strands back for at least 100 feet. But that was a pretty bad spot in there, to be honest with you. I think we did pretty darn good. Oh, I can start doing it here too. There. Put another staple. This is actually perfect because I can do a staple from both sides. This single strand stuff. Oh, look at it, broke. See? So let's get this on here quick before it breaks. Let's put one more in here just to get this a little bit tighter. On the second row, one in here. That's better. And I'm gonna come over here, I think, to go through the fence. Yeah! So we got her done. There's the 4 strands. Going all the way down to the end there. And this area is now clean. A little bit more done. Yeah! 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 Yeah!